Welcome to another episode of this week's Freedom Friday. My name is Brett Snodgrass. Glad to be here with you guys, owner of Simple Wholesaling, and just want to bring value to you guys today. So for January, we've been talking a lot about money. Talked about the power of leveraging other people's money to make more money to build yourself to financial freedom. We've also talked about how you can earn more money on your own money. And one of the stupidest comments that I've ever heard in my life is people that say, well, I don't ever invest any of my own money. I always use other people's money. And I'm like, well, if you have money, don't you want to make money on it instead of just buying stupid crap? Right. And I was telling Brian, actually, who's the CEO of Simple Wholesaling, about 6 months ago, I said, it is so much easier to make money when you have money. Right. I mean, the capitalism, America is great. If you have money, it's like just invest it and make 10% on your money and you make a lot of money. So anyways, so check that out from next week. Today, we're going to talk about a different type of leverage, and we're going to talk about leveraging other people's time. And I just got some notes here I'm going to check out, but we talked about leveraging other people's money, and that's great, but financial freedom, and you can make a lot of money leveraging other people's money, and you can make more money on your own money if you have money. I said money a lot in that phrase, but uh, here's the thing: I know so many people with a lot of money that have no time. I know a lot of rich people who are miserable, like no time, working 70, 80 hours a week. And that's not freedom. I mean, what would you rather have? Would you rather have $1 million and you're working 80 hours a week, or all the time and make 50,000, you know, have $50,000? I don't know. That's just an example, but and that's different for different people. But in order to reach financial freedom, you got to have both, right? You got to have money. So we talked about money, and you have to have time. And so, just like leveraging other people's money, you take their dollar and can you earn more dollars on their dollars, right? It's the same thing with other people's time. And that's why people start businesses. That's why we hire people, is because we don't have enough time with inside of us. We don't have the capacity to do all of the stuff that needs to be done inside of a business to do it, right? Or we'll go crazy. Our hair will literally catch on fire and we'll run out screaming like a bunch of babies because we're getting ready to die from a heart attack because we're trying to do everything. And that's what I see most entrepreneurs try to do. They try to do everything and they don't leverage other people's time. For the first 6 or 7 years of my business, that's what I did. Everything. Didn't know the power of leveraging other people's money or other people's time. I just said, hey, if I can do it, why don't I do it? I don't know how to hire people. And I have time, so I'm just going to do it. And I didn't learn that. But when I started to hire people and delegate my time, delegate the tasks that I didn't want to do anymore to other people that were better at it, then I learned the power of leveraging other people's time. I'm going to tell you, it's kind of addictive. It's like a drug. Once you start down this road, you start leveraging everything. And that's where I've been at, whether it's in my professional life or personal life. I've like just kind of gotten addicted to leveraging other people to do tasks, right? So let me just tell you. So about 5 years ago, I hired my first employee, and then now we have a team of 6 or 7 people locally. Just hired another one, and then we have some virtual assistants that we decided to delegate these tasks to. And here's the beauty about it all. When you find the right people, they're actually going to do a better job than you. I think that every person that is in our company now, in the Simple Wholesaling company, whatever they're doing, they do better than me. And that's the beauty of it. You actually find people that can do the tasks better than you. So in the wholesaling world, ask yourself, what do you hate doing? Hire that out first, right? What do you absolutely hate doing, and hire that out first, delegate that time to someone else, right? So you can get that time back. And it's about time as a currency, just like money. People measure money all the time. It's a great measuring stick and it's easy to measure, right? It's like, how much money did you make? How much money did you gross? How much money did you net? It's a very easy measuring stick. But a lot of times we don't measure time. And I've learned to do that. Okay, this is going to cost me this much money, right? That's a currency, but it's going to get me back this other currency, and that's time. And I'm going to tell you, the older you get, time becomes a lot more valuable than money. So in the wholesaling world, you can hire out. This is the first thing I hired out was someone to answer the phone for me. It was the acquisitions person. I hated talking to sellers, didn't like talking to them. And so I hired that out, and because that's the first thing that I hated, someone to talk to the sellers for me. Then an acquisitions manager, someone to go out and actually meet the sellers. So all of a sudden I'm not meeting any sellers anymore. That was the stuff that I didn't enjoy doing. Didn't I enjoy driving around talking to sellers? So that's the first thing I hired out. Then I hired out a dispositions manager, someone that could help sell the properties. I actually kind of enjoy talking to the investors, selling the properties, but after a while, it's a job. It's a lot of work. So I decided I would hire that out to get all of my time back on that. And then I hired out someone to handle all the transactions, right? It's a lot of paperwork. You got purchase agreements, you're going to closings, you're signing documents all the time, you're doing all that stuff. So I hired that out so I could get all of that time back. And again, you get the point. It gets addictive. And now I've hired it all out. Honestly, I still work with the private lenders and some of that stuff in the financial department, but we're actually hiring some of that out in the process of doing that. So if you want to build financial freedom, you definitely got to have these two things. And it's, you got to make the money. It doesn't have to be $1 million a year. It's whatever's good for you. I know financial free guys that make $50,000 a year, right? And they're good with that, but they've hired it all out. Someone else is helping make them that money, and they're good with that, right? So having the money and then having the time, learn how to delegate your time. We're going to dig deeper into that. This is just kind of a surface level, but learning that power of leveraging your money and other people's money and leveraging other people's time to make you more money and more time in the process. This is Financial Freedom Friday, Freedom Friday for short. And this is Brett Snodgrass. I'm going to see you guys next week.